Green look at the Ultra Music Festival.
Thank you, Ms. Garrity. Good afternoon. Wow, that really sucked. Good afternoon. My name is Eli Korman. I'm here to talk to you today about Ultra Music Festival. Now, before I begin, can you raise your hands if you know about Ultra Music Festival? All right, so a few of you. Okay, cool. So let's take a trip to Miami. What you just watched is the intro to every video that Ultra puts on their YouTube. Now, a little bit about me is, my name is Eli, like I told you. I'm a DJ and producer. I've been DJing for about 6 years now and producing and starting to make my own music for about a year. I've been working in Boston nightlife for quite a long time now, be it the Middle East in Cambridge, Icon nightclub, the House of Blues, the Worcester Palladium. I've been all over the place. I've also played in Chicago and Arizona and other places as well. Now, I am not your typical classroom learner. Some of the teachers here can vouch for that, and they know that very well. So I decided to take something I love, which is electronic dance music, EDM, and take a deeper dive. Some of the people that inspired me to do this are the people up on the screen. So we have the DJ trio Cash Cash, world-renowned DJ Nicky Romero, Don Diablo, Martin Garrix, whose career started at Ultra Music Festival in 2014, I believe, when he was 17. Avicii, may he rest in peace, and Tritonal. All the people on the screen are people I look up to and the reasons that I started getting into music. Now, what is Ultra? Ultra is an electronic dance music festival that started in 1999, founded by Russell Fabish and Alex Ohms. Ultra started in South Beach, Miami in 1999, and the next year, well, first, Ultra had a guest attendance of 10,000 people for the first year. The next year, Ultra moved to Bayfront Park in downtown Miami. The next festival in 2000 attracted 20,000 guests, and Ultra remained from 2000 to 2006 in Bayfront Park, attracting thousands and thousands of guests every year. Ultra then moved to Bicentennial Park, just across the street, because Ultra was essentially booted once from Bayfront Park, and that was because EDM got so big that Bayfront Park couldn't handle the capacity. So Bicentennial Park was the home of Ultra from 2007 until 2011. But funny, because we returned to Bayfront Park in 2012. Bayfront Park has been the home of Ultra's premier music festival, Miami's premier music festival, Ultra, from 2012 to 2018. Ultra held its 20th and 50th anniversaries in Bayfront Park, both which recorded record attendances of 330,000 for the 50th anniversary, held over 2 weekends, and 165,000 held on the 20th anniversary. This is the attendance prior to the 21st edition of Ultra, which occurred in March. Like I said, 330,000 people attended in 2013 for the 15th anniversary, and 165,000 consistently over the course of Ultra's tenure in Bayfront Park. Virginia Key. Virginia Key is a hot topic for Ultra because Ultra got booted from Bayfront Park after the 20th anniversary because the people of downtown Miami were sick of Ultra. They were sick of the alcohol, the drugs, the commotion that it caused. But there were also people who really, really loved having Ultra in downtown Miami, and we'll get to that. All the blurbs you see up on the screen here are people who attended a meeting on September 27th of last year to talk about whether Ultra should stay in Miami or move. The end result was Ultra was going to move. People were tired of the festival tearing up Bayfront Park, the human traffic that brought into Miami, and the mess that it caused. But you would think, well, a giant music festival in Miami, one of the biggest nightlife cities in the world, essentially, would attract a lot of revenue. Between 2012 and 2017, Ultra provided the South Beach economy with about $1 billion in revenue. Now, people didn't really care. People were done with Ultra being in downtown Miami. Who here knows about Boston Calling Music Festival? Raise your hand. All right, now put your hands down. Who's going to Boston Calling Music Festival? All right, so a few of you. All right, so Boston Calling has been in Boston for now 10 years, right? The festival grounds get destroyed every year, and there's a huge cleanup process that comes with that. Just like any festival, Boston Calling, Lollapalooza, Ultra Music Festival, Tomorrowland, Creamfield, all over the world. You don't see Boston Calling going anywhere, right? It's staying exactly where it is. The next video you're about to see is a promotional video that Ultra released to announce Virginia Key. Virginia Key is an island just off of Miami with a 5-lane road that breaks off of I-95, which is also here in Massachusetts.
Everything here, when we started out, was supposed to be about freedom, freedom, freedom.
We have the freedom to dance, but we are here for positivity and music. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
Looks like a lot of fun, right? So this was for this edition, this past March of Ultra. Now, I wasn't able to attend Ultra, and like I have done for the past 3 or 4 years, I spent 72 hours in my home studio watching Ultra. I did not leave my desk for 3 days straight. And essentially that's part of my research, right? There's a term we use in the dance music community called PLUR. Peace, love, unity, and respect. And one of the things I want you to take away today is that Ultra is bigger than the music. For somebody like me who got into dance music because of Avicii and other producers, it's fueled my career. I now dream of going to Ultra, which I plan to do next year. I dream to play Ultra down the road, and Ultra is bigger than the music. Ultra is a community that is now in 30+ countries all over the world. Ultra brings together people under the united group of dance music, which has subgenres on subgenres on subgenres. I can go from techno house to techno to bass house, dubstep, and so on. Okay. So why did Ultra move? We talked a little bit about it. So we start here in South Beach. We go over here to Bayfront Park, down to Bicentennial Park, back up to Bayfront, little trip down here. Oh, look, there's I-95. And then over to Virginia Key. Ultra moved for a pretty plain and simple reason. Like I said earlier, people were fed up with Ultra being in downtown Miami. But it's interesting because with the conclusion of this year's festival, Ultra ran into a lot of problems on Virginia Key. So we're gonna talk about the pros and cons of Virginia Key. The pros being that Virginia Key offered a lot of space for Ultra to put on their show. New pyrotechnics, new stages, bigger stages, more space to move around. It was truly unbelievable. Ultra seems to do it bigger and better every year. But with that comes the cons. The first being DJ group Cash running into a technical difficulty due to pyrotechnics hitting their equipment. So they decided it would be a good idea to throw their mixer off the stage into the crowd. Colonel Sanders was brought in for a 5-minute PR stunt set, which was an absolute joke. the transportation was the biggest issue on the first night of Ultra. Now, I had friends who actually were able to attend this year, and they said it was an absolute disaster. One of my good friends, Josh Shapiro, was forced to walk over 3.5 miles over the bridge because there was an accident off the island with a bus that was not related to Ultra's shuttle service, and those buses that were related to the service could not get on the island. People were stranded on the island until the early hours of the morning. There was also a palm tree that caught on fire due to pyrotechnics, and we see that plurd term here again. So, University of Miami students in the marine biology program claim to have noticed stress levels in the fish, toadfish, due to the festival. So, I'm going to show you what a toadfish looked like before the festival. That's what toadfish look like after the festival. No change. Toadfish are always upset. So they claimed that the stress levels increased in the fish due to the aggressive sound levels. Now, obviously, if you've been to a concert or a music festival, you know it gets really loud, and sound travels pretty far. So, sure, I'm sure those fish felt the vibration, but I don't think their stress levels went any higher. So as a result of Ultra's festival in Virginia Key, they released a statement about a couple weeks after the festival. They conducted a post-event survey. They talked to volunteers. They talked to festival goers about their experience. Now, while Ultra may have looked spectacular, you can see there was a lot of things that went wrong. So Ultra issued this statement saying that they strive to do the very best for their Ultranauts, as they say. And they felt that Virginia Key